my name is Tracy. And have you ever wished there was 48 hours in a day? Have you ever looked at your to-do list and just thought, how am I going to get this all done? Well, I know I have. And sometimes I think even 48 hours wouldn't be enough. Have you ever met women who just seem to have everything under control? They have a family, they have maybe 1 or 2 businesses, they're hugely successful, and yet they have the same amount of hours in their day as you and I. Well, I know one thing. I want to know their secrets. I own a website called womencanddoanything.com, and about a year ago, I sent a message out to my list and I asked them what was their biggest challenge in running their business. And the answer that came back was time management. It was the biggest issue that women faced. So over the course of the year, I sought out time management experts. I was looking for somebody who I could relate to, who was a woman, who had huge success, and yet who had time management down pat. Well, I met a woman, her name is Susan Hobson, and from a very young age of 13, Susan has had to manage her time. She's had huge successes in her life, and over the last few weeks, she's taught me a few things about time management, and I'm going to share some of those with you in this video and in the ones that are going to follow in the next few days. So before I play that video, I just want to say if you have any comments or suggestions, please put them down below in the comment section, and don't go away, you don't want to miss this.
The 5-minute formula. Take a minute to think about some of the things that you say or do to put things off. Now complete the following sentence. One excuse I use to put things off is, we all do it to one extent or the other. But how is it that some people are better at beating procrastination than others? A very effective strategy for defeating procrastination, which successful time managers use, is to adapt the motto, just do it. The challenging part about procrastination is that it all starts in our minds and prevents us from being able to begin a task large or small. The more we put it off for fear of knowing where to begin, the more difficult it becomes to act. Try using the following tip the next time you find yourself procrastinating. Practice the 5-minute formula. Start a task and work on it for 5 minutes instead of committing yourself to completing it. At the end of 5 minutes, decide if you can continue working on it for another 5 minutes. What you will soon discover is that the longer you're able to continue working on the task at hand, the more momentum you will build, which will help you overcome the biggest part of procrastination, getting started. By practicing the 5-minute formula, you will become more confident at starting tasks before the fear of knowing where to begin takes hold and procrastination has the chance to set in. An example of how helpful this tip can be. Jill knows she has to sit down and write out a marketing plan for her new online business, but she just doesn't know where to even begin. With so many options for her to choose from, she just can't seem to put the wheels in motion. A friend of hers introduces her to the 5-minute formula and promises her if she applies it to working on her marketing plan, she will see just how effective it can be at beating her procrastination bad habit. Jill decides it's worth a try and commits to doing 5 minutes of research on the internet about how to write a marketing plan. The next thing she knew, Jill was a half hour into her research process, absorbed in all the helpful resources she had discovered on the web. Jill reported back to her friend the next day, thanking her for recommending the 5-minute formula. The hardest part about it was knowing where to start, but once I got going, I got caught up in the momentum and wanted to do more. I guess I proved to myself that it wasn't as difficult as I was building it up to be in my head. Use this tip the next time you find yourself procrastinating on any task, large or small. The more you use it, the more effectively it will work. The quicker you use the 5-minute formula, the better it works. That's your bonus tip. Practice applying it immediately upon receiving your next to-do item or task, and notice how much easier it makes it to complete. See you in the next video, where we'll be making things as simple as ABC.